Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry, and today I'm going to talk to you about everything you need to know about folding e-trikes. Stick around. All right, so today I'm going to talk to you about everything you need to know about folding e-trikes, but before I do, hit subscribe below, stay in touch with us here at 630, be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, giveaways we do, and of course, new product releases. So hit subscribe. All right, folding e-trikes. Let's say you're in the market for an electric trike and you're looking at a folding version. What do you need to know? What are the different options? What's important to you? So right here, I have the 630 Easy Transit folding electric trike. This thing is awesome, super easy to ride. I'm gonna walk you through these features on this electric trike and explain to you everything that you'll really need to know that you can find in the marketplace for a folding electric trike. Now, first thing, you're looking for a trike or an electric or a folding e-trike, and you're considering the motor sizes. When you're considering the motor size, number one, you have to think about your weight, because that's going to be a big impact on the motor size you're going to need, and also where are you going to ride it? Are you going to do primarily flat ground? Are you going to do hills? Are you going to be riding on dirt paths, things like that? This trike has a 750 watt front hub motor, which is a lot of power. It can power riders up to 350 pounds up hills, really anywhere you need to go. Now, if you're gonna primarily ride flat ground, let's say you're just gonna ride in a community and you don't need a lot of power, you could consider 250 watts. 630 also offers another electric trike in 250 watts, and honestly, we've had riders on it up to 400 pounds, and the 250 watts does great if you're just looking for flat ground. But if you are gonna ride up big hills and you wanna get to some more top speeds, or you plan on carrying bigger loads in the basket back here, then I would consider no less than a 500 watt, and a 750 watt is great. Now, it also you may think like 750 watts, that's a lot of power. Now, on a lot of the trikes, e-trikes in particular, and folding e-trikes, the top speed's gonna be limited. The reason you want the bigger motor is really to power the riders from 0 up to cruising speed, right? And to also help you with hills. So, something to consider. The other thing too is this is a front hub motor. I love the front hub motors for the electric trikes. The reason being, should you ever have any issues with your folding e-trike at any point in time, this is connected with one cable here, and it's as simple as disconnecting and putting a new wheel on if anything ever happened with the motor at any point in time at all. If you had something in the mid-drive here or even the rear, replacing that motor, fixing it, it's gonna be more difficult. There are some e-trikes, folding e-trikes on the market that do have the motor in the rear. Again, the disadvantage I think is going to be for future maintenance or fixing it in the future. It's gonna make the rear end a little bit heavier, not necessarily a bad thing, totally up to you. There's also mid-drive ones I believe I have seen before as well. And again, I personally wanna make sure that if you're gonna own this for years, you can take care of the maintenance. That's why I like the front hub motor. But in terms of power and what you're gonna get out of the e-trike, you're not gonna see a huge variation between having it in the front, the mid, or the rear. So it's just something to consider if you're looking for a folding electric tricycle. Now, the other thing is the wheel size. You can see on this 630, it's a 16-inch wheel. The reason I like that is because it's a very low wheelbase. Also, by minimizing the wheels and the rims, you're gonna reduce the weight. If you have a 20-inch wheel on there, or a 24-inch wheel, or even a 22-inch wheel on there, it's gonna increase the weight. And if you're looking for a folding electric trike, I'm assuming weight is gonna be important because you're gonna maybe wanna be able to pick it up, put it in an RV, put it into a car, a hatchback. You're gonna wanna transport it potentially, or store it in a house and you want it to be easily removable. So we've, on 630, reduced the wheels down 16 inches. It's not going to hinder your ability to ride this, and I'm gonna demonstrate it for you here in a few minutes, but it's gonna reduce the weight. Less metal, less tire, all gonna bring the weight down. Now, not gonna be a ton of weight if you wanna consider a 20-inch or a 22-inch, but just also keep in mind when you're folding it up, there's just gonna be more bike to fold. So really, what's most important to you? The other thing to consider is with the 16-inch tires, it's going to bring step-through height down. So if you have a 20-inch tire, you're going to raise the bike up. So if we had a 20-inch tire on this model, you can just imagine, now you've brought the whole bike up 4 more inches. If you bring it up to a 24-inch, now you've brought it up 8 inches. So that's going to elevate this off the ground. That's going to potentially bring the lowest seat height up. That's going to bring the step over height up. This is a 13.5-inch step over height. So that's important for you to consider. The mounting and the dismounting, is that going to be an important element to you? Do you want the step over height to be low? Again, bring the tires up, bring the whole bike up, potentially going to raise the seat up. Something to consider when you're looking for your folding electric tricycle. Now, in addition to that, is a braking system. This is a disc brake on this model. I think that's the best option. It's going to be the safest, give you the most power. But if you're doing flat ground riding around town, you're not hitting top speeds, and you have a lower motor, you could consider the caliper brakes with brake pads. You may not need disc brakes. I like it because they are going to be safer, especially with the 750 watt motor that we have featured here as well. Now, the other thing you want to consider, obviously, or what you know about folding e-trikes, is how they fold. Should be pretty similar amongst all folding e-trikes, but it's not created equally. And again, with the smaller tires, it's going to fold up a little bit easier. The other thing to think about is the adjustability of it, because if it's a folding e-trike, you're going to need to be able to adjust the seat and the handlebars to accommodate varying heights of riders. On the 630 one, we actually have a double seat post. You can see it's adjustable here, and it's also adjustable here. So this is going to accommodate riders up to 6'4". So again, depending on how tall you are or how short you are, you're going to want to have that adjustment feature on your folding e-trike. Now, this also gets the seat down to 30 inches in the lowest position, and you can easily step onto the pedal and get on. If you're 4'11" or have a shorter inseam, you're still going to be able to ride this folding e-trike. You also want to consider the adjustability of the handlebars. This has a quick release to easily bring the handlebars up and down right here. Makes it simple to adjust for you, and you just easily lock that in. Okay, now let's get into the folding capability and what you need to know. And you've got your, one thing I should mention too, you have your battery right here. I love this location because it's super easy to remove. You pop a key in, comes right out, and you can click it right back in. And you can remove that to load and unload. It's only gonna weigh 8 pounds. So it's gonna reduce the weight, of course, if you have to lift the bike. There are batteries sometimes located in the frame. Creates a little bit more challenge. Again, if you're folding, you gotta take it out. It's just a little bit more difficult. It could hide the battery, but again, what's most important to you? If you're transporting it, I like this. Click the battery off, fold it up, boom, you're on your way. Okay, so let me show you the folding. Now, some of these have some different locking, but most are gonna be fairly similar. This is just, you fold this down right here. Now your handlebars are easily down, and you have a clamp right here. You're going to pull that out, and from there you're going to be able to fold this up. Now, obviously, this is a tricycle, so it's not going to fold completely flat because you have 2 wheels in the rear here. But from here, you can go ahead and grab here, and again, with the battery removed, it'd be much lighter, and you could go ahead and put that in the back of a car and store it as you see fit. Now, the other thing I want to mention about this folding e-trike is we obviously have the front battery on right here, or sorry, front basket on right here. So when you're talking about transporting and bringing with you, if you really wanted to simplify it, you could take the basket off. Not all folding e-trikes come with that. 630s come standard with the front and the rear. Now to fold this back up, just putting that like that, clamp this down. That clicks in, that's your lock, and you're back up and running. Now, the other thing I'm gonna say that varies amongst folding e-trikes is gears. A lot of the folding electric trikes do not have gear systems. On the 630, you do have a 7-speed derailleur. So you have to think about what kind of riding you're gonna do. Do you like having gears? When you've had bicycles, did you have gears? Because if you wanna ride this without the electric, having those gears are gonna be a huge benefit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you have some light hills, put it into first, it's gonna be super easy to pedal. Or if you're hitting higher top speeds, you can go into 4, 5, and 6. Give your legs more of a workout. And on a lot of electric trikes, some actually don't have the pedal assist option. So I've seen that before where they just have a throttle. On our e-trike, we give you the option. You're gonna have the pedal assist or the throttle. It's up to you. The pedal assist has 1 through 5, 1 being the least amount of assistance, 5 being the most. You can engage those as you pedal, and I'll show you here in a minute, and it's gonna assist you. And you can also use the throttle and not pedal at all. Totally up to you. Or you can ride it without the electric. That's what the gears are gonna be great to help you with. One thing also with folding electric trikes, you wanna make sure it's gonna fit through a standard doorway. This folding e-trike is 31 inches wide. Standard interior doorways are 32 inches. Exterior is gonna be wider. So this is gonna be able to be brought into the house, drove through rooms, stored in rooms, also drove through stores, amusement parks. It'll fit into places you need to go. If you wanna use this as your mobility device, again, you can fold it up, you can drive it in. It'll fit through doorways, and it's very nimble. I'm gonna show you here in a minute how nimble it is. And don't forget our rear cargo basket, our front basket. You can bring tons of stuff in here with you. Easily pop this up, clamps down right there. Now it's in place. So put your groceries in there, put a bag in there, you name it, and you've got the front for additional storage. Now, also, should you not want these, no big deal. You can just loosen a couple screws, these come off. Same with the rear. 4 bolts, take it off. If you don't want the basket, totally up to you. If you like the look of it without, or you just don't need the storage, or you want to be able to fold it up into less space for transportation, take the basket off on the front and the rear. This is going to fold up much smaller now. All right, let me go ahead and give you a quick demonstration now of what you should know about riding a folding e-trike. So the cool thing about folding e-trikes is they're very nimble, easy to ride. One thing though you should consider is not all folding e-trikes have a reverse feature. Now the 630 has a reverse feature. I can pull the throttle and I go backwards. So pretty cool. So if that's something that may or may not be important to you, make sure you look out for that on the feature list of the trike you're looking at. Other than that, it's very simple and fun to ride. If you're gonna use the throttle, you would just pull the throttle like this and you're off and running. And you can see with the 16-inch wheelbase, I'm very balanced, very easy to ride. And very nimble. And the cool thing now, let me show you guys this. You want something, the reason you want gears is for this. I can actually, let me go ahead and downshift here so I'm in a little bit lower of a gear. There we go. Now I'm not using the electricity at all. This is the benefit of if you want the speeds on your folding electric trike. You can see I pedal. I'm not using electric at all right now. So if you have a day where you want to get some exercise, no problem. And now let me go ahead and turn the motor on. Now my assistance kicks in and you have the 5 levels. So folding electric tricycles are really a lot of fun to ride, very nimble. The smaller wheelbases make them super nimble and safe. Tipping is not really going to be something you have to worry about. And on this e-trike and a lot of other ones, you've got actually a 0 turning radius. So check this out, I can just go in circles. This is kind of the difference between bikes. Bikes and trikes is the ability to kind of turn at any degree. Whereas bikes, you can't quite turn that steep. So that's everything I think you can need to know about a folding electric trike. If you have any other questions at all, please comment below or reach out to us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. You can find this folding e-trike on 6threezero.com. Also, if you don't know what you're in the market for, or you don't know what bike is right for you, take our proprietary body fit quiz on our website. Answer a few questions about your body and your life, and we'll recommend the perfect e-trike or bike for you. In addition to that, we have a 30-day test ride your e-bike policy. If you don't love it in 30 days, send it back, no questions asked, no money out of your pocket. Lastly, we have a 1-year warranty as well. So in 1 year, if anything goes wrong, we'll take care of it, no questions asked. Get all the parts to you, cover all the labor, you name it. Lastly, before you purchase, join the Facebook Pedalers group and download our app, the 630 app, 630 Facebook Pedalers group. Talk to existing riders before you purchase, see how they like their products, their bikes. Then after you purchase, join the groups, track your rides on the app, compete on the leaderboard, and make new friends. It's tons of fun. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin, CEO of 630, and I've got Peter here, my right-hand man. Combined, we've got 45 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry. And today, Peter's gonna demonstrate the stopping power of our Easy Transit electric folding e-trike. He's gonna go down our runway right here, show him at home. We've got our measuring tape and our stopping line. He's gonna show us how quickly can our Easy Transit trike stop at 5 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, 15, and if Pete's up to it, we may even push it up to 20 miles an hour. Let's give it a rip.
Like
Pete.
to burn rubber.
Saddle up and let's do this.
5 miles?
5 miles an hour. Give us the stopping power, stopping distance. Truly an exciting moment right here for everyone at home, just to see how quickly and easily this Easy Transit folding trike is going to stop. Here he is, he's ramping up. 5 miles an hour. Are you up to speed?
There you go.
Here he comes.
Go ahead, 4.5 right here.
5, brakes, an immediate stop. Okay, so 5 miles an hour. It only took him 14 inches to stop.
14 inches.
Okay, run it back, 10 miles an hour. Let's take this up a notch. Now you can see.
10 miles an hour.
Okay, he's coming around quick. 10 miles an hour. Line it up at 10. 10 miles an hour? Okay.
We're at, let me try, that was 8.
Okay, well 8 miles an hour. He stopped at about 4 feet. Alright. Make sure to get it up to pace. Oh, he actually stopped quicker. Slammed, oh no, it's a little bit farther. So 10 miles an hour, 62 inches, 5 feet 2 inches. Good stopping power. Alright, let's run it up to 15. This is exciting. 15 miles an hour, give yourself ample runway. Okay, here he goes, 15. I'm excited. Okay, slow down a little bit.
That was exactly 15 miles an hour when I hit the
15 miles an hour, 127 inches, which is the equivalent of 10 feet, 7 inches to stop at 15 miles an hour. That's pretty good. Can you get it up to 20?
Let's see if we can take this baby up to 20.
Okay. That was a powerful folding e-trike here. The cool thing is with these low center of gravity in the back here, you've got good balance and good turn. Watch Pete here. He's going to take this turn like a wild man. Oh, it's going deep in. Oh. There we go. Beautiful. All right, bring it up, Pete. Let's see it. Let us know when you hit 20.
Coming in 20 exactly.
Okay. Ooh, wow, that's a stopping power.
Burnout right there.
Straighten your wheel out. Okay, it looks about 17 feet, 8 inches, 9 inches.
I was about like landing at 747.
At 20 miles an hour. Incredible. The brakes seem powerful, yes?
Very powerful. I've flown jets before, and this is right up there with it. On aircraft carriers.
I don't know where he's going, but there you have it. That's the Easy Transit folding electric trike. Super, super powerful brakes. You don't have to be worried about any speed you're traveling at. It's going to stop amply. And honestly, Pete here, he actually would have stopped sooner, but you can see the wheels. I don't know if you can get a close-up on that. The wheels skidded out. There he goes. So he clamped and the wheels stopped, but just skidded on the pavement. And again, when you're coming in at 20, you don't want to slam the brakes that hard necessarily. You want to ease into it to be a little bit safer. Yeah, so you want to ease into the braking, but just to show you what the brakes are capable of, there you have it. So if you have any other questions at all, check out the Easy Transit Folding on our website, sixthreezero.com. You can always email us at team@sixthreezero.com or call us 310-982-2877. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry, and today I'm going to show you a foldable electric trike that's great for heavier riders. Stick around. All right, so today I'm going to show you a foldable electric trike that's great for heavier riders. But before I do, hit the subscribe button below. Stay in touch with us here at 630. Be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, giveaways, and of course, new product releases. All right, so today I've got Jasper on my right, who's 250 pounds, and Adam on my left, who's 350 pounds. And in front of me, I have the 630 Easy Transit foldable electric trike, 750 watt front hub motor. We're going to demonstrate how this baby can perform with riders north of 200 pounds and also north of 300 pounds. And we're going to show you how easy this is to steer, how easy it is to get on and off, and how the power is more than enough to power a rider at 350 pounds. Let me walk you through a little bit about this folding tricycle. But also, if you want more information on this trike, you can check out our YouTube channel. We've done a lot of videos with it, a lot of demonstrations. So, like I said, 750 watt front hub motor, 10.4 amp hour battery. You're looking at about 20 to 40 miles of range, depending on the weight of the rider. Also depends on what level of pedal assist you're using, or if you're just using the throttle. But you're going to be able to hit speeds. Now, we regulate the speed on the tricycle for safety reasons, so you're going to get up to 15 miles an hour. That's the max. But the 750 watts are really great for the acceleration and starting the e-bike up and going up hills as well. You've got a front and rear basket. You've also got front and rear disc brakes that can stop really, really quick and on a dime. We actually have another video demonstrating that. And like I said, you have pedal assist options, you have throttle options, or you can use it without even using the power, because you have a 7-speed derailleur like you would see on a typical bike. So you can use this, use the derailleur, shift gears, either while you're using the pedal assist or if you're just not using the motor. And having those gears makes it super simple and easy to ride, even if you're not using the motor. So, also 16-inch tires, which keeps a low center of gravity and makes it easy to get on and off, but it's still very powerful, which we're going to demonstrate to you. So that pretty much sums it up. I think without further ado, Jasper, why don't you go ahead and go on first, and we can adjust the seat. It's quick release, so if that's too high for you.
No, that's good.
Handlebars feel okay too?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. So we're going to go ahead and power on right here. And you are in level 1. We can put you in we'll try level 2. And so your throttle is on your left for this one. And go ahead and see what you think.
Really picks up too.
Oh, good stopping power. All right, so what did you think of the first trip?
This is really quick. It's you can definitely feel how lighter it is from the last one with the seat and everything. So you can definitely feel how much quicker you can move on this one. And then the ride still is smooth. The brakes are still super great, and that acceleration is everything.
Yeah. How about the handling?
The handling was great. Like I said, without the back one, you can go even faster through the turns, which is pretty interesting considering it's a tricycle. That's pretty awesome.
Cool. We'll go ahead and take another little trip. And he's only in pedal assist 2 right now. It's pretty zippy, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It picks up pretty quick. Okay, so the right one doesn't make any noise. Cool.
All right, let's go ahead and swap. So you can see at 250 pounds, accelerates, rides easily. And then Adam, you can just use the step through too here. It's gonna be easier to get on. Well,
Where?
or I mean, if you want to step through the frame,
Yeah. Instead of swinging around, yeah.
and then you could put your left foot on the, there you go.
Like that. There
Beautiful. And how tall were you, Jasper, again?
5'9".
5'9". And Adam, you're 5'10".
5'10",
Okay. And how does that feel comfort-wise, seat-wise?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I really like how it's a quick release for the to adjust the handlebars and the seat as well.
Yeah, so you have the quick release to, like you said here on the handlebar. You also have a double seat post quick release to give you added height. So this e-trike can actually accommodate heights from about 4'9" to 6'5" because of how high you can make the seat post and the handlebars as well. So it's very adjustable. You can dial it into many different body types. All right, you're off and running. And if you want more power, you can adjust it up. He's going for it.
Gotta really open her up. and by open her up, I mean still in two.
Yeah.
Still have not adjusted the assist, but just like full throttle on the two. It was getting up there. It was really speedy.
The acceleration you felt was good still with your body weight.
Great acceleration, yeah, absolutely.
And how about the handling? You accelerated through that turn there.
Yeah, I accelerated through the turn. Not normally something you should do, but it was. I was trying something, and it just. I was not scared at all. It was like
I'm glad you weren't, because I was.
No, like it felt just fine. It did not feel like it was gonna turn or anything. Like like fall or anything. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
Why don't you do one more little trip and make a little loop and come back and.
This time I'll take it easy.
But you can barely exerts. It gets going. It's got more than enough power. And you can hear a little bit of squeaking. We would just have to dial the brakes in. This has been our demo trike, so we need to keep up with our adjusting. It's got a very small turning radius too, right?
Yeah, it's really got sharp turns you can make with this. This is very agile, you could say. Yeah.
Cool. And what about getting on and off for you? How was that?
Super easy. Just you can do the step through, you can swing over, lots of different options.
Yeah. And we have the suspension fork on the front here as well too. So there's going to be some give there, moves up and down. It's nice, creates a smooth ride. Okay, one other really cool feature on the foldable Easy Transit is the reverse option. So if you ever get yourself backed into or straightened into a corner, or you're in a grocery store, you need to navigate, because you can use this as a personal mobility device, and you need to back up, get someone off a shelf, or just get out of a corner. All you have to do is flip this little switch right here, hit the throttle and start pedaling backwards, and there you go. It's really easy. And then if you want, you can flip the switch back, and you're going forwards again. And again, you can see Adam's 350 pounds. The reverse has no problem getting him going backwards. So again, great little feature to have. Get you out of corners, easy to navigate in small spaces. It's there if you need it. So there you have it. We got Jasper and Adam who demonstrated this foldable e-trike that's going to be great for riders. If you're over 250 pounds, there's more than enough power. You can get going. Easy to get on and off, low center of gravity. Adam showed us how nimble and agile it is on those fast turns, and it still stays balanced. So have any other questions at all about this folding trike, please comment below or email us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. Also, find a lot more videos on our channel about this folding e-trike. And if you're in the market for an e-bike or e-trike, you don't know what you're looking for, take our proprietary body fit quiz on our website, answer a few questions about your body and your life. We'll recommend the perfect e-bike or e-trike for you. Also, 30 days money back guarantee. If you don't love your e-bike or e-trike in 30 days, send it back to us, no money out of your pocket. Also, we'll cover everything for a year. If anything goes wrong, we'll take care of it. Make sure you can keep riding. Lastly, be a part of our community. Join our Facebook Pedalers group. Download our app. Great place to connect with existing riders, see how they like their bikes prior to purchasing. Then once you have yours, make friends, track your rides on the app. It's a ton of fun. So thank you for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin, CEO of 630. Today I'm going to show you the measurements of the simple step through 20-inch and the weight as well. Now, this is our lightest weight e-bike. This comes in at 55 pounds with the battery on the back and 47 pounds if you take the battery off. So for a two-wheel e-bike, this is a really, really light e-bike that you can easily lift. Great for loading, transporting, taking with you. Now, we didn't make it a folding e-bike because we like the frame like this, but we did add the folding handlebars and the folding pedals to make for easy transit. So let's get into all the measurements. So as I said, 55 pounds with the battery, 47 without. The step over height right here is 9 inches. The lowest step over height you will find of any electric bike on the market. The lowest point of the seat is 29. Let me see here. Let me stand this up. About 29.5 inches. And the height of the top of the seat clamp is actually 26 inches. And the measurement from axle to axle is 39.5 inches. And the complete measurement from front to back tire is 58 inches. And actually, if you're concerned about transporting, we will measure it with the handlebars turned like this. We get this question also. So from the tire being turned to the back of the tire is 54 inches. Save about 4 inches there. The width of the handlebars is 28.5 inches. The height of the handlebars is 9 inches. And let's see, the height, so the handlebar stem here can be raised up 3 inches because this can drop down to here. So you've got 3 inches of travel for that. Okay. And let's see, to the top of the, when this is folded down, let's take that measurement. So for transporting purposes, okay, the top of the handlebar here is, let's feed this in right here, 31 inches. And so 26 inches here. So if you're gonna try to transport it standing up, the highest point's gonna be 31 inches. So you just wanna make sure your hatchback, if you wanna stand it up, you can always lay it down. And the width of the bike, if you laid it down, would be 31 inches. So that would be the widest part laying down as well. Let's just take a few more here. The back rack is 7 inches wide. Let's go ahead and fold this back up. Okay. And I think that covers most measurements that our riders ask for. Let's just go ahead and measure from the crank to the axle is 15.5 in the rear. And from the crank to the axle in the front is 24 inches. And let's see, the distance actually from the front of the seat to the handlebars is 18 inches. From the rear of the seat to the middle of the handlebars is 28 inches. So 18, yep, 28. And let's see, what else? And then let's just measure the clearance under the frame here is about 7 inches. And also, let's go ahead and take this measurement. The clearance from the bottom of the pedal to the ground is about 3¼ inches. So a very compact, lightweight e-bike, easy to ride, easy to control, easy to transport. It's a great e-bike if you're looking for something to get on and off easily. And again, something that won't be intimidating in terms of how much it weighs and how easy it is to lift. So, thanks for watching. And don't forget, if you have any other questions at all, please reach out to us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. And don't forget, we have a 30-day test ride your e-bike policy. If you don't love it in the first 30 days, send it back, no questions asked, no money out of your pocket. And we're gonna warranty everything for the first year. Anything goes wrong in the first year, we'll take care of parts and labor to ensure you can keep riding. Lastly, join our Facebook group, the 630 Pedalers. You can ask existing riders, there's thousands of members, ask them how they like their 630 bike so you can get the answers you need before you purchase yours. Then when you have yours, post in the group, make friends, it's tons of fun. Lastly, download our app to compete on the leaderboard and track your rides. So, thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin, CEO of 630, and today I'm gonna introduce you to our newest product, our 630 Easy Transit 750 watt folding electric trike. Stick around. All right, so today I'm gonna introduce you to our newest 750 watt Easy Transit folding e-trike. This is our newest product coming out, and this thing is super, super cool. A lot of new features. Obviously it's folding, something new for us here at 630. So let me just get right into it and walk you through. Now, as you can see, it's a tricycle. The other thing we've done here is these are actually 16-inch tires. So you've got a 16.2 times 2.125 in the rear and 2.125 in the front. As far as I know, there's no other electric trike out there, especially folding with the 16-inch tires. The reason we did that is to create a lower center of gravity and a lower step over height. So the beauty of this is really, really stable. And you'll see, I'm gonna drive it around a little bit here in a few minutes, and it's very stable, very easy to get on and off. And we've also added some elements though that even though it has the smaller tires, you're still gonna get the proper leg extension and comfort you need because of the dual saddle, the dual seat post, and the dual handlebars. So let me go ahead and walk you through that. So on the seat here, we've actually got the double seat post. So what we've got here is the seat post actually has 2 extendable sections. And what this allows for is just a larger range to raise and lower the seat. So you're actually going to clamp one section here, which is your bottom section, and then you can actually insert the top section here, and you've still got some play right here as well for that. So now, if you need the seat higher, you can get it higher, and if you prefer it lower, you just loosen both. This brings it down, then tighten both, and now you have the seat lower. Same thing is also going on here on the handlebars. Now on the handlebars, well actually, on the handlebars you just have the one height adjustment right here. You can push this down, so we've got it all the way down already. But this can come up higher, so it can accommodate varying heights. And I'll drop it back down, and you're gonna tighten that. And you can also tilt the handlebars here if you need to. So let me go ahead and demonstrate. Tighten this. Okay, actually, I'll bring that up a little bit. Now we'll tighten that. Okay, so I am 5'10". I'll go ahead and sit down. And so you can see that's a little bit low for me. And preferably I would tilt these handlebars into my body, but let me go ahead and show you now. If I raise this up right here, let me raise this one up too. There we go. Okay. That might be a little high. Let's try like right about there. Okay. Okay. Now, perfect. And you can see this has me in a great ergonomic riding position. The bars are really close to my body, so I don't have to reach. And it's super nimble, easy to turn. And again, if you even want these bars closer to your body, you have 2 adjustment points here that can bring them even closer. So if you want them like this, your body can really be in a very relaxed, upright riding position. No tension on your body at all. Okay, now walking to the front of the bike, you have disc brakes on the front wheel and disc brakes in the rear as well. Now the disc brake, you have 1 disc brake located in the middle here and 1 disc brake on your front wheel, going to provide you more than enough stopping power. These are Tektro brakes, one of the best disc brakes for e-bikes that you're going to see out there. And you have the 2 caliper brakes up here, or sorry, 2 hand brakes, not caliper. You have the 2 hand brakes up here for your ample stopping power. Now the most important thing, or not the most important, but one of them, you've got a front hub motor here that's 750 watts. This is a very, very powerful motor. Now, it might seem contradictory to put such a powerful motor on a 16-inch tire tricycle, but the reason we did that is because we want this trike to be able to carry riders up to 350 pounds, up hills, around town, you name it. So the 750 watts is not really there for top speed, but more there to be able to get people up hills and around town so you'll never struggle. The speed is actually going to be capped at 16 miles an hour. So the idea is, you know, on a tricycle, you're not going to be flying around at 20 miles an hour. And to prevent any sort of tip hazards at a really high top speed, it's going to be limited to 16 miles an hour. But the beauty is when you're going up hills, you will have that power on the front wheel here to be able to get you up the hill. And you can see the other huge benefit of the front hub motor is if you should ever need a replacement, it's as simple as unplugging 1 cable, changing out the wheel, and now you've replaced the motor. All right, so right here you've got your battery, and this is going to be a 14 amp hour battery. So 14 amp hours, what kind of range are we talking about? Depends on where you're riding. You're gonna get, I would say, a minimum of 15 miles up to 50 miles, but it's going to depend on how you ride this folding electric trike. You've got 2 electric modes. You've got your pedal assist, which is controlled here with 5 different levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 giving you the most assistance and 1 giving you the least assistance. And you've also got a thumb throttle here, and I'll demonstrate that here in a second. It's gonna be as simple as pushing the throttle with your thumb, and this can just become your personal mobility device. And actually, you know, this is something that, depending on your local grocery stores or things, you could drive this into a store if you can't you know, walk on your own. It's very stable, easy, and you obviously have a basket back here you can put things in, and that closes like that, and you have your front basket as well. So this is great for grocery shopping, around town, really any kind of errands you need to do. The other thing is it has a 7-speed derailleur. So if you can see in the back here, in the middle of the axle, it's a 7-speed derailleur. So you have 7 gears on this electric trike, and the benefit of that is, number one, when you're in the pedal assist and you're pedaling and you don't want it to be too difficult to pedal, you can shift this into gear 1. It's going to be very easy to pedal. And if you're tackling large hills, you're going to want to keep it in a lower gear to make it easy to get uphill. Even when you have the assistance, you're still going to make it easier on you to have those gears. Then if you hit flat ground and you want to hit some top speeds, you can shift up to gear 7. So it's just going to make rides more comfortable as you can dial in the resistance you do or don't want on your legs. And if you should so choose to just go out and ride and not use the assistance, having the 7 speeds is gonna make it so much easier. If you're out on some trails, things like that, you can go between 1st gear and 5th gear. Let's say you want easier to pedal, then you wanna go a little bit harder. Really, you decide. So it's nice to have that variance in the gears. The other really cool feature this has is a reverse. So if you were to get stuck somewhere and you can't pedal backwards, you don't wanna get off your trike, you can actually put it into reverse. So let me show you here. Okay, that's forward. Let me go ahead and put it in reverse. And there we go, like magic. So again, it's, you know, you're not flying backwards, but in the situation that, again, you're using it as a transportation device and you need to, you know, go backwards out of a corner or navigate into a store or something, you have that reverse feature. We wanted to add that, and you don't see that on a lot of electric folding trikes in particular. Now, I already mentioned you've got the front and rear basket. That's great for transporting things. The battery is easily removable, so you can go ahead and take that on and off. And that's gonna be a huge plus if you wanna fold it up. All right, let me show you really quick now how we can fold this e-bike up. So you've got a clamp right here on the handlebars. These can fold down. So now that condenses like that. And then on the frame here, you've got one clamp right here. I'm gonna unlock that, pull this like that. And now the bike's gonna fold in half like this. And this is gonna allow you to put it into a car, take it with you somewhere. Now, this is a tricycle, so it's not gonna fold down as compact as, let's say, a 2-wheel bike. You also have the basket on here. If you wanted to remove that, that's gonna obviously decrease the amount of space it's gonna take up. But I could just grab right here and go ahead and put this into a car. And if you remove the battery, it's gonna remove 8 pounds, which is gonna make lifting this in and out of a car a lot easier. So then you wanna just put this back together, go ahead and put the handlebars on, clamp that up, and pull this back like so, like that. And you're gonna move your clamp up and then put your lock in place right here, and we're all set. And you're back to riding. So other benefit for storage, bringing with you, it's nice to have that folding capability, especially if you're gonna throw this into an RV, travel with it, or again, put it in a car, or even if you're gonna put it on the trailer of something attached to the car, fold it down, you know, whatever, it just makes it that much easier. So let's just take a couple measurements here really quick too. Another thing is driving through standard doorways. If you were gonna store it indoors or drive into a grocery store or store and need to fit through, this is gonna be 31 inches wide, and most doors are 32 inches. That's typically a standard interior door is 32 inches. Exterior doors are gonna be even wider, so this should easily fit through. And then the total length of this e-bike is 64 inches. Now the other thing too, and I've done another video, I believe, of the measurements. So the step over height is 14 inches, and the seat in the lowest position, let's go ahead and measure that, is 31 inches. And in the highest position, let's go ahead and bring that all the way up. You can see that seat gets pretty high, actually. So the seat in the highest position is 37 inches. And the handlebars in the lowest position, let's go ahead and loosen that. And that's as low as it will go. Handlebars in the lowest position, 42 inches. And keep in mind with the handlebars, you can tilt these down, which will bring them a little bit lower. And then in the highest position, oops, make sure our wires are connected here. Okay, and in the highest position, you can see they also come up pretty high here. It's 45 inches. So you got about 4 inches of play here on the raising and lowering of the handlebars. Let's go ahead and bring that back down. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get a helmet on and just give you a quick demo. All right, I'm gonna do a quick little riding demo for you here. Now, the beauty of tricycles when you mount and dismount, you don't have to worry about the balance, right? So that's a beautiful thing. And the other thing is you can use the pedal as a place to step onto the bike or trike. So I'm gonna grab both the brakes, and then from there, I'm off the ground a little bit, I can easily step in. So if you're concerned about the mounting and dismounting and the height of the seat, as long as you use the pedal and you step up, you could easily get on. You can also obviously lower the seat to make it easier to get on. So I just power it on, and you've got your 5 levels of assistance. And let me just show you. Now, again, I am 5'10", 215 pounds, and you can see this thing handles me really no problem. And what's great is because of the small wheels and the low center of gravity and the wheelbase we have, the balance is really, really unbelievable. This is actually one of the most balanced trikes that I've ever rode. Now I'm just using the throttle right now. I can go into pedal assist, and I can get going pretty quick here, pretty fast, and then I clamp the brakes, no problem. And I can, and again, the 16-inch wheels make it so easy. You can see too, I can do a lot of this. Oh, wheel came up a little bit, but I was really pushing it to the limits there. So if I just go like this. Now, normally, if you had a higher wheel, you may have more sensitive to tipping. But in this case, very, very easy. And if you need to park it, and obviously you have a 0 turning radius, so you can just kind of go in circles if you so choose. And come right here. And whoop, oops, I went too far. Go ahead and put it in reverse. And again, I'm 220 pounds. I mean, we're only reversing, at a pretty comfortable speed here, but it's a lot of fun, really easy to ride. And it's great. If you're in the market for a folding e-trike, I highly, highly recommend it. I know I'm a little bit biased, but it's very stable, easy to fold, very comfortable. We also have a nice comfort saddle on here as well. That's gonna make riding just not painful, but really comfortable, enjoyable as you go. And of course, accented with our brown grips. So that is our Easy Transit folding electric tricycle. If you have any other questions about it, please reach out to us via email, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. And don't forget, we have a 30-day test ride your e-bike policy. If you don't love it in 30 days, send it back, no questions asked, no money out of your pocket. And lastly, before you purchase, you can join our Facebook Pedalers group or download our app. Great places to connect with existing riders, ask them questions, see how they like their bikes in advance of you purchasing. Once you have your bike, track your rides on the app, make friends in the Pedalers group. It's tons of fun. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride. I've got the perfect e-bike to bring in your Sprinter van or RV. Stick around to see it. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry, and today I'm gonna show you this folding e-bike that is perfect to fit in your Sprinter van or RV. Now, before I get into it, hit that subscribe button below. Stay in touch with us here at 630. Be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, giveaways we do, and of course, new product releases. All right, so right here, I've got the Zip and Fold 750 watt foldable e-bike from 630. This thing is really, really awesome. And if you do a lot of RVing or take trips in a Sprinter van, this is a great e-bike for you. Now, you can find it linked in the description below and also linked up there in the corner of the video if you want to check it out on the 630 website. Now, let me walk you through the reasons why this folding e-bike is the best if you travel around in Sprinter vans or RVs. Now, I talk to a lot of people out there who do RVing in Sprinter vans, and a couple sentiments is I don't want to tow my car and I want something to get around. E-bikes are perfect for that. Now, instead of having to bring your car, bring your e-bike. That can become your local mode of transportation. Actually, the Zip and Fold comes with a front basket as well, so you can put things in there. This is just a much simpler thing to take with you. If you have a Sprinter van, you're obviously very limited on space, even more than an RV. What makes this so cool right here is how it folds up, and I'm gonna show you right now. Now, the pedals right here, you can fold those up. Actually, before I get into it, I'll say on our YouTube channel also, we have another video putting two of these side by side into a hatchback car, so check that out if you wanna see that as well. Okay, so you fold your pedal up like this. Now you have a lock here on the middle of the frame, and you just simply fold this up like that. And from here, you just brace the bike around your knee and it folds in half. And I can put my kickstand up. And now fold this down like so. Just like that. And now I know what you're wondering, the handlebars, yep, you just fold those like so. And now this can be transported anywhere you want. You could actually take the seat off. If you have a bed inside your Sprinter van, you could slide this on its side inside underneath the bed. You can see what it looks like from the side here and how small that really folds up. And again, if you take the seat out, you can lower this down even more and make it even more compact. Now, the other really cool thing is how easy it is to unfold. So let me just change the position here. Okay, and actually down here, there's a little piece that's your stand. So when it's folded, it can rest on that and you can see it can just stay on its own. Except for that part, we just have to, there we go. Okay, so now to unfold, let's just put our handlebars back up, click that back into place, and from here, lean it back, twist your handlebars. Oops, make sure your locking mechanism's out. Fold that, clamp, and lock. And now you're off touring whatever destination you've went to. The other cool thing too is if you're doing a lot of Sprinter van traveling and you end up in national parks or parks in general, places where maybe cars even, aren't even a great option, even with your RV, campsites, things like that, having something like this is great because you can go places obviously a car wouldn't go. Now, and the pedal just folds up like this. Now let me walk you through a couple other things about this folding e-bike. You have a 750 watt rear hub motor, 15 amp hour battery. So what does that mean? Well, the 750 watt motor is the largest size motor legally in California to have it still be classified as an electric bike. So you're gonna get a lot of power and a lot of acceleration out of that 750 watts. You can really zip around, which is why we called it the Zip and Fold. The battery on a single charge is going to take you up to 50 miles and possibly even more depending on whatever combination of pedal assist or throttle you use, which takes me to the next point. This has 5 levels of pedal assist, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In level 1, you're getting the least amount of assistance when you pedal. In level 5, you're getting the most amount of assistance when you pedal. And while you're using pedal assist, you're going to be able to reach speeds up to 28 miles an hour. And then there's a throttle as well, which is a twist throttle up here. And if you just use the throttle, you'll be able to hit 20 miles an hour. So the really cool thing is, again, if you're in a town or a location, you can go speeds up to 25, or not up to, but you can reach speeds 25 miles an hour. You could cruise around town just like you were in a car, get around places, do your errands, leave your RV, leave your Sprinter van, and you can have a simple way of getting around the area that you're stopped in. You've got front and rear disc brakes that stop on a dime. The other cool thing is that this actually has 7 speeds, a 7-speed derailleur like you would find on a normal bicycle, on non-electric bikes. You can use those speeds while you use the pedal assist. It's very helpful if you put this into level 5 to shift up to 7. It's also great if you're taking on hills, downshift it into level 1. It's gonna make pedaling easier. It's gonna make getting up hills easier, especially if you're going up big hills. You can put it into level 5 as well. All right, you've also got a front suspension fork here. I gotta open that up, and then you could move that up and down. That's gonna be nice for taking on bumps, and again, if you're doing a lot of trips out to deserts or parks and things and going on trails, you can see with the 3-inch tires, this can take on trails easily. It's great for balance, and the tires are very bulky. I mean, not very bulky, but bulky and wide, so they won't be affected by a little gravel, some bumps, hard packed trails, things like that. This can do some off-roading for you quite easily. Like I said, it comes with a basket. You also have the rear rack here. You can mount another basket back here, or you can put pannier bags to take items with you or to pick up items, right? If you're doing grocery shopping, things like that, you can transport them back with you. The other really cool thing is how easy it is to mount and dismount this e-bike. You just step through the frame and then you can slide back onto the seat. In addition to that, you have a quick release seat to raise and lower, and you have quick release handlebars to easily raise and lower the handlebars to adjust to your body. So we can go ahead and just pull that, find the right height for you. Pull that in, and same thing is true on the seat here. You have a quick release where you can unclamp and find the correct height that is best for you. Now you got your display right here in the middle, which is really cool. Tells you your miles per hour, your pedal assist level. On your left hand here, you have your up and down for the pedal assist levels, so you can easily use your thumb to push those up and down while you're riding. And like I said before, you have your twist shifter right here on your right hand. So you pack a lot of power into something that can fold up and be transported with you. You could fit 2 of these if you're traveling with a partner. Slide them in, slide them out, boom, you're off and riding, and slide them into whatever tight space you may have left in your Sprinter van while you're out on your adventures. So, want to see more information about this e-bike? Again, check it out in the description below. There's also a lot more videos we have on our YouTube channel of people test riding this, showing you how it rides. I take it on a pretty aggressive ride on some trails. You can see me, I'm 220 pounds, and see how it performs on there. If you have any other questions at all, please drop them in the comments section or shoot us an email, theteam@sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. In addition to that, we have a 30-day test ride your e-bike policy. If you don't love it in the first 30 days, send it back. No questions asked, no money out of your pocket. Lastly, we're gonna warranty everything for the first year. Anything goes wrong in the first year, reach out to us. We'll take care of the parts and labor to keep you up and riding. Lastly, we have a 630 Facebook peddlers group and an app. Go ahead and check out the group, ask questions, see how other people like their Zip and Fold or other 630 bikes before you purchase. Then once you have your e-bike, post in the group, make friends, and of course, track your rides on the app and compete on the leaderboard. It is so much fun. Thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey or experience. Enjoy the ride. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have nearly 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry, and today I'm joined with George here, and he's on the 630 Easy Transit folding e-trike. And we are gonna show you how maneuverable this e-trike is. We're gonna go into the elevator here. George is gonna ride it up, go out, and then we're gonna cruise around in the outlet mall a little bit just to show you how he can use it as his other power-driven mobility device. So if you at home would like to use this, check with your local private businesses. But under the ADA law, if you have a mobility issue and you'd prefer to use this kind of device, you should be allowed to use it in most locations. So we're gonna show you how easy it is to steer on and off of the elevator, how we can use reverse, and how we can just enjoy the day on a ZZ Transit folding trike. So stick around.
Hello, how are you? Tall, sugar-free vanilla latte. Thank you very much.
All right, so George just finished up taking a ride through the outlet mall and looks like he had a good time. How did you feel the Easy Transit was able to navigate through the outdoor, and then you went into Starbucks, tight quarters. How'd you do in there?
Oh, I did as good on the bike as I would have if I'd have walked in. It was hassle-free. It was just very easy.
Yeah, so you've gotten a hang of the throttle. You can navigate in the tight spaces. It turns pretty easy.
It turns like as easily as you would turn when you're walking in. It just takes all the sharp curves and makes them with no problem whatsoever.
Cool. And I saw George was steering one hand with a coffee in one hand and using the throttle. If you get comfortable, you can try that. I don't recommend it always, but we can get you a cup holder on here as well so you can put your coffee on there and easily cruise around. George got to enjoy some nice weather at the outdoor mall. You also did a little shopping, I forgot, the Calvin Klein store too.
Yes.
So, yeah, the other thing is we did check in advance with all the stores that we could go in with there. One of them had the ADA compliance on the front. Most stores should allow you to go in there if you have some sort of mobility issue or disability and this is your preferred mode of transportation. They should be allowed to let you in, but we did check in advance also because we were filming. So if you have any other questions about the 630 Easy Transit folding e-trike, comment below or email us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. You're going to find this linked in the description below if you want to check it out on our website, sixthreezero.com. We have a 30-day test ride your e-bike policy. If you don't love your e-bike in the first 30 days, send it back, no questions asked, no money out of your pocket. And lastly, we have a community of thousands of riders in our Facebook Peddlers group and in our app. So before you purchase, ask them questions, see how they like their bike so you can get comfortable in advance of your purchase. Then once you have your e-trike or e-bike, make new friends, post in the group, and track your rides on the app. It's a lot of fun. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey, your experience. Enjoy the ride.